We can't be angry with our brethren, no matter what the case is. Because why? Anger leads to all the things that the fallen angels were teaching. And their children was teaching, right? Read.
Verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Go ahead.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say...
When it says Rakah, it's not Rakah. It's talking about vain fellow. When you look this word up, it's vain fellow. Or just saying, well, this person doesn't matter, or this person is a fool, or just being condescending to your own brother. That's what that's speaking of. I want to go into one thing clear on this. Let's go down to the 38th verse to show you more fruits of knowledge to know how not to let another spirit jump from one person into you. Because believe it or not, it might be for a moment that the spirit is in the person. It don't live in the person. It just got in the person during a point of anger or a point of emotional stress. So it's just there to cause a confrontation so that somebody get taken out. That's what it's there for. You understand? When you go to the beginning and look into their origin, you know that they deal with those moments. Why? Because the spirit, when you read the book of Enoch in the 15th chapter on, it lets you know that one of the curses is that spirit will be in them so that they can eventually destroy each other in a great battle. It's what the Greeks call the clash of the titans. They killed each other off through war. And that's the spirit behind all these wars we see today. All these countless people dying for nothing. It's the spirit of the titans. So it's the same thing. That Titan story is correct. The clash of the titans is actually written of in the book of Enoch. The curse was that their sons would end up envying and hating each other and fall out in war and kill each other. But their spirits would not dwell in the earth or in heaven. They will be dwelling within the earth as demons or spirits. So these spirits operate a moment. They're just looking to get somebody killed. And then after that, you're sitting there looking like, man, I don't know what I did. Why? Because you were taken for that moment. Or, I don't know what I said. I don't know why I said that. You were taken for that moment. You didn't mean those things. You didn't mean to do those things, but that moment is when they strike. Read the 38th verse. Let's start with 37.
Verse 37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay.
Why did Yeshaya say, let your communication be yes or no? Read.
For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
Anything yes or no cometh from evil. I know people sometimes want to say, well, you know, I don't know. But really, you're trying to get around being straight. So, first of all, if you can't do something, just say, I can't do it. No. If I can do it, say yes. Because if you can't do it and you say no, the person might be mad at you, but at least you didn't tell them something and didn't do it. So now that keeps down the anger, keep down the fighting. Christ said, let everything be yes or no. That's it. You try it that way, it'll be less strife. Stop trying to be negotiable all the time. If you don't want to do something, if you can't do it, not if you want, because sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. But if you can't do something, it's okay to say, you know what, I can't do it. No. Christ says, let it be no or yes. Everything else is strife. Now, the world is not used to operating like that. Right? Finish reading.
Verse 38. Ye have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
It was said in the Old Testament, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But what?
But I say unto you.
But I say unto you.
That you resist not evil.
Resist not evil.
But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other cheek also.
It's talking about your brother. Okay? That means not to sit there and be getting slapped up. It ain't saying that. But it's saying that, listen, you must forgive. That's what it's going into. Forgiveness. If your brother do something to you, you know what I mean? You got to give him another chance. Or you got a choice if someone do physically smite you. You can smite them back and someone end up dying, or you can walk away. Is your pride more important than your life? Christ told them, he said, listen, I can call 5 legions right now and take care of all of you. I can wipe all of you out. But did Christ say anything when they were putting him on the cross and they were smiting him and destroying him? These were spirits operating. So you got a choice. I know a lot of so-called brave people who stood there to fight and was taken and were put 6 feet under. And they were probably the one that was in the right and end up dying. So Christ is letting us know how to operate in this time. You got to learn to agree in certain situations. Say, listen, you're right. I don't want no trouble here. When it comes to the authority, the same thing. Listen, I don't want no trouble here. I got my Bible. I just want to praise. I want to praise the Lord. Okay. Somebody smite you on the cheek, and that's enough. Dead wrong. It's like, you know what? If I say something, I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm not going to say it. Go ahead. Say it. I'm not going to do it. That's what turning the other cheek is. And they get so angry, the spirit will just leave. And the spirit is going to do this until Christ destroy them. This is what they do. But look how many people they have taken down that path. And those people receive the judgment before the fallen ones, before their children. There's more. Read.
Verse 40. And if any man will sue thee at the law.
If any man sue you at the law.
And take away thy coat.
And take away thy coat. Because some people get mad. But you're going to sue me. You're going to do this against me. Read.
Let him have thy cloak also.
Listen, you can have it all. What else you want? Okay? Listen, I didn't bring anything in this world. I'm not attached to this world. If that's going to make you feel good, going in the court and doing all those things, Christ actually touched on all the areas in which spirits can jump into a person. Money, time, someone hitting you or violating your space, someone trying to take you to court. He touched on all these other areas, knowing that if you can hold your vessel, even if someone is coming against you, then that's going to be the spirit that's going to have you endure to the end. You know how many people are going to be doing things to you as we go through these last times? You don't want to be taken over a futile or a simple argument that could have been solved by you just walking away, and you got work to do, and you got more things to do. All right. So I just wanted to go into that because I wanted to go into more so the origin of something, to understand the power of fasting. Matter of fact, let's get that. We tell you that some come out not but through fasting and prayer. Let's get that in Matthew 17 real quick. When the disciples tried to cast out one spirit and they couldn't do it. And they asked Yeshua, well, why couldn't we cast out that spirit? It was easy for you. He says, well, some cometh not out but through fasting and praying. All right? It's hard to cast out some spirits if we haven't purged the spirits in us. So fasting and prayer is essential if you're going to a hospital, if you're going someplace that you know you need to heal a person and anoint a person. Let's get it right here. Read the 18th verse on down.
St. Matthew chapter 17 verse 18. And Yeshua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was killed.